You know, there could be a world, depending on what icon we get next after Titan. Oh my word, I did not realize you would be able to launch an attack from that far. All right, Punk, bring it. I could see a world where I pressed R1 there, but the game thought otherwise. There we go. Where I potentially refund my points on Flames of Rebirth or whatever it is, my triangle move right here. Flames of Rebirth. To be able to master Judgment Bolt. Get parried, idiot. That was on purpose. You can't prove otherwise. And then instead, put another icon move like the Stone Fist move or something. I could see myself coming to that conclusion. Potentially. Definitely Wicked Wheel is the move that I'm most like, I don't want this. I like this move. That move right there, the square punch, very good. Raging Fists and Upheaval, kinda meh. I should probably try switching back to Upheaval and using it a bit more to see if I didn't give it a fair enough shake. I swear to you, I feel like I'm pressing R1 right on time here, but the game disagrees, so I must be doing way too late with it, so now I'm trying to do it a bit earlier. This thing moves fast. No, you don't. No, you don't. Charge me. That move, my brain doesn't understand. I don't get it. I feel like I press R1 at the right time every single time, but every time the game is like, nope, get hit, idiot. Don't understand what my problem is with that one move, but I hate this enemy now. Die. Yeah, you're as good as done. You're as good as done, brother. I love how mad he sounds during it. There we go. All right. I don't know why that enemy gave me so much trouble, but it really did. It shouldn't have, but it did. Yo, 90 AP.
That should do it.
You made short work of that lot. Thank you, son. Now my folks can rest in peace once more.
How long is it since the village was abandoned?
Oh, people started packing their things after the duchy fell. Between the Blight and the Imperials, you just couldn't make ends meet. Must be nigh on a decade since the last wagon left. Though it may as well have been a century, looking at the place. This isn't the Cressida I remember.
I'm sorry.
Ah, don't be. Can't live in the past, no matter how nice it might have been. Soon as I'm done saying a prayer for those that raised me, it's on to your hideaway. I'll meet you there.
That should take care of Mid's little list. Better head back before she thinks of anything else.
Good plan. Gonna go back and she's gonna have 4 more side quests for us. Anything else to look at around here? What's back over here in this little enclave? Probably gonna be a hunt at some point. I'm gonna go ahead back there and check it real quick. Hopefully there's not a boss there right now because I am low on health and healing. We gotta stalk back up at Karen's. That wyvern just, it had my number, man. Straight up. Definitely looks like some kind of a hunt mini-boss thing later on, I would assume. Is what this little spot is for. Thanks for the clam shells. Alright, world map me. Back to the hideaway we go. What am I at on time? We're not even at 2 hours yet. We got plenty more to do today. We're going to be playing FF16 again tomorrow as well. I think I mentioned that at the start of stream. More FF16 tomorrow. But Sunday I'll be doing something new. And I'll probably try and get another new playthrough underway on like Tuesday or Wednesday. So we'll see FF16 again on Monday most likely.
For you? Going purse weighing you down?
Yeah, just a wee bit. I used up all those potions and whatnot I just bought from you, so you know I'm gonna buy some more.
It'd better all be here.
After we killed that sludge lad, as well as I think we got some renown from doing other like main quest stuff, let's go see if I have a new gift waiting for me, or at least see how far off we are. I really want another gift that gives me AP like that first one did.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
Welcome indeed.
Is everything we've received and everything promised?
Nope, I'm still 40 away. I think we got this medallion one like right at the end of last stream, or pretty close to it. 95 away from expanding unlocks or whatnot.
Come again. I may have more for ya.
New with this addiction of yours to FF16. This game is finite, you know? Like, eventually it's gonna be done. You people act like I've never started a new game, played it a bunch, and then also played other games at the same time. It's just business as usual in that respect. Hello, Mid.
All right, Clive. You've all done then?
I am. I've placed your various orders, and a carpenter by the name of Bernard is on his way from Martha's Rest.
That's brilliant. Thanks, Clive.
Is there anything else you need?
Nope. Blackthorn and Lady Karen have already sent over everything I asked for, and I've got all my plans drawn up. So as soon as Bernard gets here, we can get to work. I can't wait.
What she's gonna make down there is an intricate shower system specifically to wash her hair because it's so dang long. Reduces wind-up cooldown by 3 seconds. Wind-up is the punch that I like. But 3 seconds doesn't really move the needle enough for me to consider, I feel like.
That's my good deed for the day done. Let's see how Jill's faring.
We have side quests first, actually. One of the side quests is in there with Jill. So let's talk to Jill, then look at getting the side quests. Because there's a side quest past her anyway.
Clive.
Talia, how's Jill?
Recovering, but she still needs her rest.
Of course. Take good care of her, won't you?
I'll do my best. Oh, Gav was looking for you. He said he had something to show you in the shelves.
The shelves. Oh, that's right. He went to ask Hippocrates about Torgal. He must have found something.
Yo, what's going on with Torgal? I gotta know.
You have the look of a man with the twins upon his shoulders, Rodrigue.
Talia has tasked me with removing a Cursebreaker's brand. But it's my first time, and I don't think I can do it. I'm afraid of what happens if I fail. You survived, I know, but here as many die as recover. Is it really worth the risk?
You don't need me to answer that. You know full well what we're fighting for. I hope as much as you that one day bearers can walk among others as equals. But until that day, a brand is a burden, and we must lift that burden in order to go undetected. The operation may be dangerous, but it's also essential, and we undergo it willingly.
I know. I still wish there was some other way. But griping about my lot helps no one, I suppose. Don't worry. I'll do what must be done.
I know you will.
Unfortunately, the first thing that needs doing is the preparation of a draft to dull the pain. Something I can't do with the infirmary's ammonia supply so low. What few leaves we have would barely be enough for removing a splinter, let alone a brand.
Yeah, I'll get it for you.
Just tell me what you need.
You'll go? Oh, thank you. No one knows Herblord like Talia, and she swears by ammonia for easing pain. It's simple enough to find, if you know where to look. And fortunately for you, I do. along the river near the village of Amber over in Rosaria. Just search for the bright blue blossoms.
You got it, buddy. I want that 15 renown. I love this game. It quite possibly will end up being my game of the year, depending on how Spider-Man 2 plays out. Gonna be one of my favorite games regardless. Unless it gets, like, I don't know, unless it just absolutely tanks at the end of the game, but I doubt that. But, I will say one of the dumbest things about this game is the whole removing the brand thing. Like, you can clearly see on Clive right where a brand goes. It even kind of pokes out sharply, like where the brand mark does up beneath the eye and whatnot. You can clearly see that there's a scar there shaped almost exactly like a brand. Everyone in this game has to have an IQ of 6 to not see that marking and be like, oh, huh, you were definitely a bearer, but you, like, burned the mark off or something. Like, it just does, there's no way. There's no way that that should work, ever.
Do you have a moment, Sid? A team of curse breakers has gone missing near Northreach.
Look at her face!
Coles. They were sent to liberate a carriage of bearers before they could be smuggled to market. They were moving in for their assault when the carriage was attacked by goblins. A cursebreaker managed to release a Stolas amid the confusion, but... this was days ago. They should be back by now, but I've heard nothing from any of them. I can't help but worry that...
They know the work is dangerous. But I'm sure they're fine.
But what if I've got them all killed? Before they go out, I always remind them why we're doing this, what they escaped, and what we're freeing people from. But I never really thought how my words might affect them. What risks they might take because of the things I've said.
You think they burn it off? No, they probably, like, cut that layer of skin or something. I have no idea. The game hasn't shown me how they take it off. But it looks like a burn mark. Is why I say, like, if I was in this world and I was one of the nobles and I saw someone walk up to me and they had what looks like a burn mark over the left side of their face that perfectly fits, like, the shape of a bearer mark, I would be like, I don't know, dog. You sure you're not a bearer? Looking mighty sus right now. Like, it's just so obvious. Like, the idea, especially that, like, a bunch of them are doing it, and then they're going around, like, being curse breakers, being part of the Hideaway, doing sus things in general, that, like, that, you know, people don't realize, like, no, I'm pretty sure you're a bearer. It just looks like you did something to your face to hide the mark. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. I do not buy it at all. And I don't think that Clive's hair covers it up much at all. Like, if you're not face-to-face with Clive, then, like, yeah, maybe his hair will block it a little bit. You won't notice. But if you're standing in front of Clive, having a conversation with him, you will absolutely see that mark. You'll see it under his facial hair and be like, pretty sure you're a bearer, brother. That definitely looks like you should have the mark of a bearer right there. Very, very sus that you have what appears to be some kind of a burn mark or some kind of a scar going right over where that bearer mark would be at.
I'll go and find them. We'll both rest easier knowing they're safe.
Thank you, Sid. And I'm sorry to trouble you with this. The plan was to intercept the slaver somewhere in the Dragon's Eyrie. I can't tell you much more than that, I'm afraid.
That should be enough to go on. If they were there, Torgal will track them down.
Yeah, I got it. Don't you worry. Thanks for the renown. That's the only reason I'm helping you, if I'm being honest. But first, I want to hear about Torgal. The heck is going on with my doggo? I must know. Open up.
Clive, where have you been? I've been wanting to ask you something about Torgal. Where did you get him, like, in the first place?
My father brought him back from one of his expeditions into the Northern Territories. They were crossing a snowfield when they heard his cries, and, seeing no sign of his pack, they took him in.
What do you reckon, Tomes?
It certainly adds weight to the theory. Clive, I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound, but a rare frostwolf. an animal native to the far northern reaches of Valisthea. In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frost wolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen of the north. Such was his mastery over ether, he could cast magics on command. His name was Fenrir.
Fenrir the Frost Wolf.
Classic.
Now, the annals do not state it explicitly, but I have reason to believe this queen was a dominant of Shiva, a girl from the Northern Territories and her faithful hound. One awakens as the dominant of Shiva, and the other?
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his powers?
What?
Just like Fenrir. People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as a faithful companion to the dominant of Shiva, and years later, his powers awakened, just when his master needed him the most.
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal blasting those bastards to Kingdom Come, Jill would have been for it.
Quite. Though Torgal's power is his own, his latent birthright as a Frostwolf. It had only to be unlocked.
Oh, get you, Torgal.
You're an even finer hound than we thought.
And regarding your original concern, you need not fear for Torgal's health. Why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his nose buried in my nuts.
What? Phrasing!
There you are! I've been looking everywhere for you. Bernard's here. I need you to introduce us so we can get to work.
I shall be a moment.
Just go say hi. What do you mean introduce you? Go, you know his name. Alright, so Torgal is not a dominant. I was really hoping he was the dominant of Leviathan, not gonna lie. But him being like a Fenrir or a Frost Wolf, which Fenrir was, it's really cool. I think that was my second guess, wasn't it? That he like got some of Jill's powers somehow. I'm down with that. I really feel like I'm losing my mind. There's an 8th Eikon that we have not met. Right?
Brilliant.
I feel like there should be.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. You and everyone else. But I promise I'll pay you back. I'm gonna work my fingers to the bone for you lot. Starting right now. Just you wait. I'll make wonders like this world's never seen.
Then I look forward to seeing them.
Sounds good to me.
Settled. I wonder if Vivian's made any progress tracking down Kupka.
Maybe.
Thanks for letting me do this, Clive. I'll pay you back, I promise.
Yeah, you better.
Thanks from before, son. That was a good deed you did me. Only right I do you one in return.
Appreciate it. Oh, wait, you had more to say. I'm sorry. I thought that was all.
Thanks from before, son. That was a good deed you did me. Only right I do you one in return. Though I did wonder if I'd bit off more than I could chew when Mid showed me her plans for the place. If she hadn't been there to tell me what to do, I wouldn't have known where to start.
Fair enough, fair enough. Instead of going and talking to Vivian, let's go do these 2 side quests before we do any more main story stuff. Back over to Hawkscry Cliff. Oh yeah, right there. Not far from where we fought Sludge Boy. Alright, Frost Wolf. Let's get going, buddy. I do not know which one of these quests we're doing.
Enough to find. Now for those herbs.
That is a riled raptor. Hey there, punk. Time to burn to death. Caw-caw! Show you what a real bird is like. Yeah, I like Flames of Rebirth. It served us well for a lot of the game. But I definitely, just because of how long it takes to recharge, and also because I think we're using one of our accessory slots for it because of that long recharge, I could see myself replacing it with something down the road, potentially. Because we're at 4 Eikons now, so now we have to start making that choice of like, oh, I'll give up, you know, I'll give up this ability to have like this one instead, etc., etc. Come at me. Come at me. Torgal. I don't know if I would have gotten that perfect counter, but you definitely messed up me getting an attempt at it, buddy. Come on, man. Oh, whoops.
This is the only plant around here with blue flowers. I hope it's the right one.
Yeah, it's probably good. Don't worry about it. I was looking to chat. Why can't I gather this? There you go.
Should be enough to keep the infirmary stocked for a while. Hopefully this will put Rodriguez's mind at ease.
I'm gonna go kill this blue bird real quick because it's worth like 60 AP. I want it. Maybe the fat Chocobo summon from FF7 is the 8th Eikon? Dude, you might be onto something. Maybe that's it. Come here, Bluebird. I'm sorry you have to die like this, but honestly, it's your own fault for being worth such an incredible amount of AP. I realize that's a wee bit of victim blaming, but also it's dead now, so who's it gonna complain to about the victim blaming? Not me. So it's not my problem anymore. Burn. Hey, you. Okay, Torgal, calm down there. That must be why Torgal's been able to live so long, chat. You're right. It's because he's a magical ice wolf.